There's really no way to do this without having the camera on camera because we're dealing with a mirror here. But one way that you can completely transform any bathroom for just $10, not clickbait, for just $10, is to simply frame the bathroom mirror. So check it out, this bathroom is nothing special at all. In fact, everything is completely white. We haven't updated the vanity and the countertops yet. We will be doing that in the future. So if I were to just leave this bathroom plain with how white everything is and a plain mirror back here, it would look completely disgusting, and that's how it's been looking. And as a real estate agent, it's one of the things that I cringe at the most is when you have an unfinished mirror in a bathroom that has nothing else going for it. It's the easiest way to add character to it. I'm gonna show you exactly how I knock that out. So we will be updating the rest of this bathroom and everything later, but we are renting this place out on Airbnb starting here in a couple weeks. So we're just putting this here for now, and then we'll upgrade it as we get people in here and as we start bringing in revenue. So just a quick $10 fix. Let's get into it. I've been wanting to make a mirror framing video for quite some time, but just never put something all together on film until now. I'm not sure how many people out there will really be searching for this, but tell me in the comments one thing that you can do to transform any space in your house for just $10. I bet you can't do it. This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
I'll be using 1x3 pine wood here for my mirror frame and cutting them to the width and height of my mirror with a little extra. It's okay if this wood extends past your mirror a little, but it would look very weird if the mirror extended out past your frame. Once I mark my lengths, I'll cut them at a 45-degree angle with the DeWalt chop saw, and all 4 pieces will need to be cut the same way. My top piece is done here, and you can see the angles go the same way. Now I'll replicate this exact thing for the bottom and sides. My sides will just be a little shorter. 36.5. I'll begin my sanding with this 80 grit sandpaper like I do with all my woodworking projects, and then do a quick second pass through with 120 or 240 grit. You want these smooth so you can wipe them off with a rag without snagging. I know I'm not the only one that gets specks of toothpaste on the mirror every once in a while. Then I'll wipe the dust off before applying my pre-stain, stain, and clear coat. So I've started using pre-stain on all my projects over the past year, and if you want to know why, check out my pre-stain video linked up in the corner on the benefits of it. This pre-stain needs to sit 5 to 10 minutes before applying the stain. I'll be using the Minwax Early American stain so it'll match the light wood aesthetics of this entire house. It looks a little darker here in this video, but once it dries up, it'll get a little bit lighter. My favorite method for applying stain is just with a rag because you wipe on the stain while simultaneously wiping off the excess stain. It's much quicker than using a foam brush and has the same look, in my opinion. The last step is to add the clear coat or polyurethane, and I have a semi-gloss on hand but would rather use a high gloss one for this application if I had any on me. The glossier, the easier to clean, and holds up better against the moisture you'll get in a bathroom, but I'll just apply 3 coats of this and I shouldn't have a problem anyway. Now I do use a brush for applying clear coat, and typically a cheap one at that, but this here is my favorite brush in the world. It's great for cutting corners, has a bendable handle, and very soft bristles. This one has reached the end of its road though, so I'll use it for some clear coating here. It's also important to sand in between my 3 coats to knock off any of the bumps, bubbles, and imperfections from the prior coats. Most of you will try to skip this step, but if you want it done right, give the back of these pieces at least 1 coat of clear coat. Wood warps under temperature and humidity changes like a bathroom gives off, so sealing every side of the wood helps prevent twisting and expanding a little. By the way, I'm upgrading my Canon lens here pretty soon, so if you have any recommendations, please drop them down in the description below so I can check them out. I don't know all that much about cameras, so save me some time on the research, help me out, comment down below. By the way, if you didn't know, all caulking guns, for the most part, have a cut hole here to cut the tip. This is already used, so it's already cut, can't demonstrate. And then a little prong to poke the seal. Just gonna give it a few dots. Now I'm just putting a few dots because this isn't holding any weight on it. So it doesn't need to be crazy. You may need to take it off someday, you know? There we go. One done. Also, try to put the glue on the back of the piece of the wood that is facing more towards the wall so you don't have it ooze out towards your mirror. Oh, that is perfect. Let's see if we can do that over here. This is probably pretty obvious, but just in case, I'm using painter's tape to help hold these pieces into place while the glue dries. It doesn't take long, but take the tape off when you're comfortable, you know, after a few hours or so. It's super weird having me facing the camera over here. Well, it's weird with the mirror, it's awkward. And it goes against every videography rule in the book, in the Hollywood handbook. I haven't read it, but I hear it's pretty great. So very quickly we were able to transform this entire bathroom by just adding a little mirror frame around it here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe so you can see other cheap little DIY hacks just like this. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this video. It really helps me out with the algorithm. I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks.